More daycare fraud found in the state of Ohio with millions of stolen dollars. Senator Chuck Schumer tells voters America cannot be great unless we keep allowing immigrants in and we help them out financially. Steve Bannon and Elon Musk share incredible insight about the fraud and the future of America, and Democrats are now threatening people like me that they will sue me and put me out of business for being a journalist and exposing the truth. Thank you guys so much for liking and sharing these videos. I don't say this lightly. Thank you guys. We are in a battle for our country and for the truth. I could not do this without you. I'm up against CNN, MSN Now, ABC News, all of the corruption bought off by the Democrat Party and Big Pharma. So thank you guys. All right, over 40 daycares were opened on the same day in Ohio. That's kind of suspicious, but none of them have a single child. And on day one, with no real business, they were given $14 million of government money. And by that, I mean your money, taxpayer money. So they filled out a form and got a massive amount of free money. Over 40 daycare centers reportedly opened in Columbus, Ohio on the same day, all linked to the same inactive shell entity, and together pulled in $14 million. Same paperwork, same structure, same funding stream. No matter where you land politically, this raises serious questions. How was this approved? Who signed off on this? Where is the oversight? How are they becoming millionaires off of a loophole using American taxpayer money? This is disgusting to me. It brings me no joy to bring this to your guys' attention, but we have to know how they are stealing our money. Now, earlier today, I told you guys about how Democrats are helping the Somali community file a class action defamation lawsuit against independent YouTube journalist Nick Shirley. Well, Democrats are now trying to shut down freedom of speech and freedom of press. They want to put all journalists out of business. They say, if you keep talking about all of the Somalia fraud, we will sue you into the ground. Check this out. This is from the Attorney General in Washington State. Washington AG to journalists: if you expose more Somali fraud, we'll charge you with hate crime charges. Are you kidding me? Hate crime? Journalists are pulling back the curtain on shady daycare, getting public cash with no kids, no toys, and no sign of actual child care. So what's the state's response? Threats and lawsuits. Washington Attorney General Nick Brown warned citizen reporters to stop digging in to the Somali-run daycares or risk being charged with a hate crime. He says showing up and asking questions is unsafe and harassment. That's rich, considering some of these same daycares have pulled in hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxpayer money without taking care of a single child. YouTuber Chris Sims visited 7 daycare sites in Kent, Washington. Some denied being daycares at all. One called the police. One of them received $800,000 and insists they're a legitimate business despite having no children. Now, Attorney General Brown is saying that they will sue you, shut you down, and label you as a hate crime racist if you continue to expose all of the Somali fraud. You guys, I don't say this lightly. This makes me very nervous. I love bringing you guys the truth, but I don't want them to come after me or my family just because I expose what they're actually doing with your money. It's kind of scary, actually. Now, why on earth would the Democrat Party, some corrupt GOP, why would they defend, why would they work so hard for these illegals, for these fraudsters, for these thieves? Well, it all makes sense now once you listen to what Senator Chuck Schumer of New York said, this is why they are fighting for them, but not fighting for you.
The only way we're going to have a great future in America is if we welcome and embrace immigrants, the dreamers, and all of them, because our ultimate goal is to help the dreamers, but get a path to citizenship for all 11 million or however many undocumented there are here.
Do you hear that? The only way to have a great America is to continue to allow illegals to come into our country. To take all of the 11 million or however many there are, we now know it's well over 20 million. We have to make all of them citizens. Otherwise, there is no ability for America to be great in the future. Now, I just don't buy that. I think that is wrong. I think the American people should be the number one thing that elected government officials work for. It's not for illegals. It's not for donors. It's not for big pharma. It's not for big oil. It's for the American people. But we're learning that that's not the case. The only way that America can be great is what? To get rid of the Americans? So America is no good with just Americans? Americans can't have a good future unless we allow the country to be flooded with people from third world nations? The plan is to replace American citizens with a new population that is compliant and that will vote Democrat. You guys, I'm horrified to have to share this with my audience, but this is, the Democrats are openly admitting, we hate you. We want to replace you. You are no good for America. Only illegal immigrants are good for America. I guess this is why Elon Musk, during an interview, said why there's no money for Americans, but there is unlimited money for illegal immigrants. Listen to what Elon Musk had to say.
A gigantic magnet to attract illegal immigrants and have them stay in the country. And I mean, you see some of the crazy stuff, like where money from FEMA, which is meant, FEMA is an agency that's meant to take care of Americans in distress. And a bunch of their money was being sent to pay for luxury hotels in New York for illegal immigrants. And that was happening even after the president was elected, and even after he signed an executive order saying that needs to stop. So we actually made sure that that money did stop going, because it's outrageous that American taxpayer money is spent on luxury hotels for illegals. But you have to say, like, why was that being done? It was because the Democrats are trying to import voters, basically.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. And that's also why there's no voter ID needed. In fact, in California and New York State, you're not allowed to show voter ID. Mm-hmm. Doesn't that seem insane?
Insane.
Yeah.
I say that as a New Yorker. It's insane.
Yeah, insane.
So they created a giant magnet to attract third world people here, at the same time saying there's no money for America, but there's luxury hotels for illegal immigrants. Why? So that we can get them into citizens, give them an ID, and replace our voter base. It's the entire reason they allowed 20 million people in, and why you are struggling. And the whole point of this is to replace you. And they're doing it with our own money. Right? Like, imagine a job where they're like, hey, I need you to train this person. And then as soon as you're done training them, you're fired, and they will replace you. That's what this really is. This isn't replacement theory. This is now replacement fact. But Steve Bannon, one of President Trump's top advisors from term 1 and the host of the War Room, he said it better than even I can say it. Listen to what he said about what is really going on in the United States of America with all of the fraud and with the government leaders and Democrats being on board with this. I mean, he really nails it. Listen to this.
They pay for the invaders on your money. And if you're struggling, I just want you to understand the politicians are laughing at you. these illegal immigrants are laughing at you. The way they brought them in here, they're laughing at you. They're laughing at you. You're struggling, you're working, you're paying for this. They're making hundreds of thousands, not millions of dollars, and they're laughing at you. And it has to be stopped.
All right. If you're struggling, if you're an American and you don't know why this isn't working for you, just know these Democrat politicians and these foreigners that steal money, they are laughing at you. Like, think about this. Some of these people are becoming multi-millionaires. Why? Because they brought value to the American marketplace? No, because they were given that money if they would vote a certain way, if they would behave a certain way. It's heartbreaking to me. You guys, this is why I voted for President Trump 3 times. It's not because he's perfect. It's not because he's a saint of a human being. He's not. I voted for him because he has the balls to make America great again. He has the courage to point out the fact that our money is being stolen and used against us to replace us. That they care more about these foreigners than they do American children. They're literally flooding our schools with people that don't speak English, that don't have any money. All of this is to replace us. So I voted for Trump because he understands money and business, but mostly he doesn't like to see America struggle, and he doesn't like that our money is being stolen. This is one of the #1 reasons I voted for Donald J. Trump. It bothers him when he finds out somebody stole our money. He's willing to throw them out of the country. He's willing to humiliate them on the public stage. This is why I did that. Now, we better not just see a bunch of GOP investigations that end in a long, well-written, lawyer-speak report. I want hundreds or thousands of people arrested. I want people deported. Somebody has got to pay for this. We've got to get to the bottom of this. Now, I don't, I use pretty clean language on this show, but I'm going to show you Asmon Gold. He had a video go absolutely viral where he opens up about how bothersome this is to him. And it says it even better than what I'm able to say. Listen to what he had to say.
You have to make the punishment infinitely worse than the crime. And I'm talking about deporting the entire family, denaturalizing the entire family, sending the entire group of them back to Somalia. That's what needs to happen. And anybody complicit and anybody involved in this scam. And until we have a candidate and a person that's willing to do that, then I'm not really interested in voting, if you want me to be honest. I'm really not interested in voting, because why is it that I'm going to vote for a slow rot of my country whenever the solution is so obvious? You can't flip the switch. Yeah, you can. You can easily flip the switch. You just do it. If J.D. Vance does not push for treason with capital punishment against Tim Walz, do not vote for him. If Trump does not deliver that, do not vote for him. Unless the most extreme, dramatic, brutal, aggressive option is on the table, I'm staying home.
All right. So I understand that we have to get out and vote. He's being extreme, but I believe he's being extremely honest. And I know that you guys are probably feeling this too. I'm not going to sit by anymore while my country slowly rots. If you don't do something about the fraud and the corruption and the invasion of our country, you do not get my vote. Now, again, this is why I voted for Trump. I'm still confident in Trump. I'm still confident in J.D. Vance. But we have to get local leaders out that are screwing over the country. Tim Walz, You know what you did. You know that you were overseeing the destruction of America. I know that you know this. Now, something is being done. We are going to see investigations, and I hope that it will lead to arrests and deportations. But let me show you what was announced coming out of Congress.
Breaking today, the House Oversight Committee announcing 2 blockbuster hearings on the Minnesota fraud scandal. State lawmakers who raised red flags years ago will testify on January 7th. A second hearing on February 10th could put Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison under oath. Chairman James Comer accusing both men of, quote, either being asleep at the wheel or complicit in the alleged schemes that drained taxpayer dollars from social services programs. Governor Walz's office fired back this morning saying, quote, we're always happy to work with Congress, though this committee has a track record of holding circus hearings that have nothing to do with the issue at hand. President Trump, meanwhile, chiming in today as well, calling Walz a, quote, crooked governor.
He is a crooked governor. He's not wrong that Congress does these stupid, time-wasting, money-wasting circus shows. We want real answers. We want real results. We want people to go to jail, and we want them to be deported from our country. Nobody gets to just come here and steal our money. All right, now they're already connecting. A lot of this money goes to the community. The community lives high on the hog while Americans struggle. They then donate back to these candidates. These candidates get in, and then what do? They donate money back. And it's just this vicious infinity of using our stolen money to screw us over. Well, at least in Minnesota, now you have a Trump top lawyer, Harmeet Dhillon, that says, we're not doing this anymore. Number one, I want you guys to clean up your voter rolls. So she's suing Minnesota to clean up the voter rolls. On top of that, she is saying this law in Minnesota where one person with an ID can vouch for 8 people with no ID and that they are allowed to legally vote in an American election, that ends now. Listen to what was shared over on Fox News.
Administration is staggering. Well, outside the margin of victory. Joining us now, conservative activist and early vote action founder, Scott Pressler. Scott, welcome to the program. You're on the ground a lot, and you love registering people to vote. But this is concerning. Not only are they doing it same day with an ID, without an ID, but they allow other people to vouch for other voters.
Yes, I want to be very clear. This is according to Minnesota state law that with vouching, no proof of residency is required. No photo or voter ID is required. If we were all living in the same neighborhood, I could vouch for you, Lawrence, and say, I know Lawrence, I know Will Kane, and just simply my vouching and you guys signing an oath declaring that you are following the law, you will be handed 2 ballots and you will be able to vote. And if I have 6 other friends that I vouch for, my 1 registered voter in Minnesota could get 8 voters. Now, what's even more concerning, and you just said this earlier, is that if I were an employee at a residential facility, according to state law, I could vouch for unlimited voters by simply showing proof of being an employee at the residential facility.
All right. So they are cleaning this up. They are cleaning up the voter rolls. You guys, a lot going on. This is a good thing. I hate to bring you guys these stories, but this is actually good. Now, if you found value in this video, please give it a like and hit that subscribe button. All right, I'll be back on with even more information. I love you. Stay amazing, and I will see you on the next video.